Hey guys, it's Mallory Varner with GSG, and we are in part three of our Creating the Holiday Spirit with Orafol. So if you haven't already, check out part one and part two, and be sure and stay tuned at the end of part three for your chance to win $500. How do you do it? You better stay tuned to find out. All right, so I am working with Orafol. If you don't know much about Orafol and all you've heard about is maybe Oracal 651 or whatever, you definitely want to check out all Orafol has to offer. They are a leader with vinyl graphic films, digital media, laminating, reflective, adhesives. You definitely want to go check them out and find out what else they have to offer besides maybe the one or two products you're using. Like in this video where I'm going to be showing you their latest new release in our segment, which is Oracal 851. Who doesn't want some more glitter and glitter that doesn't go loose and everywhere to their project? So that's what I'm going to show you on this. It's really exciting. It's one of my favorite products just because I love glitter everything. So stay tuned, like I said, so you can find out how to win $500, and let's go make a sign for my front porch. Hey guys, I'm Mallory Varner, and I'm the vinyl decorating segment manager. And I am super excited about this last one. We have done 2 parts already to the Orafol series, and this is the 3rd one. And something that was brought up that I totally forget about, again, being in the industry, is everyone on this side of the segment calls Orafol Oracal. And Oracal is their product line. So Oracal is their 641, 631, 651, 851, 6510. So it's funny to me when I tell someone Orafol, they're like, no, I use Oracal. So Orafol is the company name and the manufacturer, and then Oracal is the specific product line. So learn something new every day. Just like, is it Caesar or Sizer? It's Caesar. So today we are going to be making this fall sign. I know it's hard to see it all. I'm really short. Sorry about that, guys. So I have already put the FLL on here for fall using 651, just black 651. And then I am using this purple 651 for the A, but it's a leaf. So I have already masked this in Karen, which y'all have seen in other, in part 1 and part 2 is on here. And she was just talking about a tip that she does when she weeds is she weeds from the inside out. So you know, sometimes when you're peeling apart something really big, you're weeding it and you're pulling off that vinyl and you go and you rip off the dot or the inside of an E and you just pull so fast you aren't. Not that any of you do that, but when you do that, you definitely raise the risk of pulling off part of the product and ripping your vinyl, and then you get to start all over again. So not fun there. So these signs are super popular. I have said in part 2 that I've always wanted one. I love the way they look on people's porch. And for those of you making them, you make a lot of money on them and keep doing it. They're gorgeous. I am just too cheap to buy one because I like to change my decoration all the time. And a lot of them are painted. Well, I love vinyl, obviously. So we're going to make this one with vinyl. So then that way, if I do want to change it for Christmas, which is one of the designs that we have uploaded, I can take off this vinyl and reuse it. I've tested it by trying it when I first got it, putting on the vinyl. I left it on for a couple days and then pulled it off and no paint came with it. So you want to make sure that you do that before you assume that you can reuse it. So like I said, I've already put this all down with 651. Now the new 851 is the new glitter from Orafol. So it's the Oracal 851, and it comes in 12 colors, and hopefully soon they have new ones. But this one just came out, and I absolutely love it. One of the ones that I love is the clear, because any of the Orafol products, the 651, 631, you can put this on top of it. If you all are familiar, it's like a laminate going on top. So now I can make anything sparkly, which I absolutely love. You don't have to stock all 12 colors if you don't want. You can just stock this one, and then you can apply it to any of your other Oracal 651 products that you have. So that's what I'm going to do today. So this, you'd be surprised. When I heard it was glitter, the first time I went to go cut it, instead of reading the manufacturer's instructions and I upped my force way too much on my roll end, and I cut right through the backing. So the carrier sheet, I'm sorry. So you want to make sure that you read manufacturer's instructions and you don't go crazy. This is super thin and it weeds. You can see how easy it weeds. And I had it the exact same settings when I cut the 651 and this one. It was the exact same settings. You want to check your cutter specifically. Don't just go off, I have a newer blade. You always want to test and make sure you can do test cuts on your cutters and make sure that it cuts just like mine did. But this was a really big design. I have done it with a lot more intricate ones. My daughter Ashley actually was in a wedding and she wanted her name on her cup. With everything going on, she didn't want to share anything. So I did it out of some of this glitter, and it did great with some of that curly Q font. So it did awesome. Again, just test it with your cutter. Make sure you have the settings correctly, as always. And then the weeding tip that Karen gave us earlier, another tip if you are doing any printable that I actually heard from someone in the industry is if you make anything you need to weed, like a different color than the other with some overbleed, so you just immediately get drawn. So if you're printing like black and blues and you make it hot pink, everything you need to weed out when you're using like a VG 540, it just makes it really easy when you go to weed or any of your employees if they're not missing that one spot. So anything to make our lives easier. I feel like we've had a lot going on this past year. So we definitely want all the tips and tricks we can get. So I am going to be using a clear application tape with this one because I want to make sure that I am lining them up correctly. When you're doing any kind of laminate, if you haven't worked with them in the past, you just want to make sure that you can see through it if you don't have like a laminator themselves. All right, so I am masking this leaf so we can add some glitter. And I just did it, so I'm going to tell you all. If you are ever laying down your mask and you accidentally wrinkle it up, and as long as it doesn't wrinkle up the actual product, you're fine. Just don't, as long as it doesn't wrinkle up the vinyl. Stuff happens and you're trying to hurry and go like I am right now and mess that up. It didn't mess up the actual vinyl. There's not a crease in the vinyl itself. So we are still good to go. I don't know if you can even tell that there's a crease in the application tape. All right, so I'm going to lay this on top. And because it's clear, it doesn't have to be like absolutely perfect. You just want to kind of give it that little shimmer. Again, because who doesn't love glitter? My husband would say he absolutely hates it. And I always work from the middle out, especially when I'm laminating, to make sure that I smooth it all down correctly. And then it really gets there. And then I peel at an angle. And this one, because it's kind of not a smooth surface, you're going to see, which I think is actually really cool. You're going to kind of see all the ridges in the wood, which is neat. It's not like absolutely perfect. So I have I don't know if y'all can tell that it is sparkly. You can see it. Okay, thanks, Karen. So this is super cute sign. I think it really turned out great. And you can go ahead and you can do the fall. I think I am going to leave it where just the glitter is on the leaf. I think it just adds a little bit extra bling right there. Then you could add just little leaves throughout or whatever you would like, kind of just to make it creative. These files are uploaded if you want to ungroup them, and you can add different leaves, like I said, throughout. There's one with a pumpkin instead of the leaf. So just kind of what works for you. So are there any questions?
We also have a Christmas sign that is the long length sign as well.
Yes. And with stuff like this, I know this is not the perfect way to do it, but if it's just you doing it and you wanted to, when they are huge like this, you can just peel it off and put it down. You don't necessarily have to use the application tape. You know, with something like this where it's really big in block letters, it's not as big of a deal. Obviously, when it's more intricate, if I can talk today, you want to use it, but this does just fine. All right, so I said I wasn't going to, and I did. I wanted you to see with the black, the difference in with or without. I figured you could see a little bit better. I don't know if my lighting will show you. You see it good? And then just the black. So it doesn't add, you know, it doesn't make it too blingy, but I think blingy enough where it looks really cute. And then of course, those ones that turn around, you could just do it on the back side. This one has hanging things on it, so it is not where I can turn it around, but that's nice when you do that. So then you can have one sign, you just flip it around on Thanksgiving to the next one. Any other questions? All right, well, be sure and check out the other colors that 851 has to offer. If you don't want to layer, they have some beautiful navy that I really love. It's our kids' school colors. So I have that navy glitter on, I think, every cup in our house. Definitely check those out and stay tuned in case more colors are released. And if not, until then, use your favorite colors, but just add this clear on top of it. I just love that 851. It turned out so cute. I cannot wait to decorate my porch for the fall. My husband's trying to make me wait a little bit. So for your chance to win $500, what do? One, you got to go watch part 1 and part 2 of this series and make sure you see it all. I'm kidding, but definitely go check them out. What you need to do though is get creative. Are you going to make a front porch sign? What else are you going to do? We are uploading all the graphics. You can use something that I've already done, or you can go and create your own thing. And I want to see it. I want to see how creative you can get with all of Orafol products. So what you need to do, once you create your product, you want to take a picture, email it to me at finaldecorating@gogsg.com, or you can go onto Instagram or Facebook and tag me at GSG Vinyl Decorating, and then hashtag creating the holiday spirit. Then in the description or in the email body, you want to put what products did you use from Orafol, and then any of the details you want to give me on what you did and how you created what you're doing. So we are giving away $500 for each of the segments that we're doing throughout the series, Creating the Holiday Spirit. So get creative, watch the other videos, and start sending me some pictures. Thanks for watching.